My scope's not mounted. It's loose. But this is about the orientation I normally have it in. So, complaints about repeatability of zero. I read them online. Put my adapter on, spacer, whatever you want to call it. I've got it loose right now on purpose. Tighten them up. Had a good solid fit. Put the scope on, had a good solid fit. Had the laser mounted here, as the advertisement shows it. It was tight, stayed nice and tight through everything. Mounted the holographic sight, hadn't had a problem with it. It stayed nice and tight. The two problems that I've had is the same problems you're going to hear a lot is this. Hear that? It does not fit well or at all in between the Picatinny teeth, the 22mm teeth. So if it's not nice and tight, the bolts don't go through there and just hold it. It's holding it on compression. These fit really tight, gives it some compression, and they stay on. So take it off. You can see this bolt here has been shaved down. I believe they've done that because if this one fits, if this bolt, which is not shaved down, you can see this is, well, I don't guess I have enough battery for a flashlight, but you can see that first bolt is flush right there. Let's see if I can get a reflection. That's been shaved down. So when you look down through there, you don't see a rise. If you look at the other bolt down here, you can see it's clearly not shaved down. And what happens is this bolt sits in between one of those teeth, as it should, and keeps it from shifting around. Well, looks like the bolt, the size of the bolt, the size of the gap in the teeth is different. So there's a little play in there. This other bolt isn't placed very well, so I can only imagine that what's happening is if you put this in between the teeth, this is going to hit or be on one of the teeth. And you can see right there, I've got this bolt lined up somewhat with one of the teeth. Right there. Lined up with the teeth. Lined up there. And then this one actually hits this tooth. So they've shaved it down for whatever reason when the bolt should fall in between another set of teeth. Keep it from shifting. Well, that's not the case. So I had a little bit of an issue, and the issue sounded like this. That's that bolt shifting around in there. You can see I'm not hitting anything. But if you compress this, it holds pretty well. The problem is it has to hold. Well, I'm assuming everybody else is having the same problem. And what happens is this nut, well, I'm sorry, I should say this bolt and this bolt. One of these bolts loosens, or both of them loosen. Well, that happened, so I was getting this. I was getting this amount of movement. Not a lot, but, you know, that's horrible. You can't have that on a scope. So anyway, Might see what I can do about machining another hole in here and getting it in between the rails. Might take it to work. We have a machine shop of sorts. Might see if I can get somebody to machine this to pass a bolt through at the right interval. We'll see. So anyway, today I was shooting and I was missing. Usually I don't have a big problem with missing, but I did today. So I handed it to my neighbor. I said, yo, Harry. His name's not Harry. I said, Harry, use this rifle. Scope normally sits somewhere about there. I can get a good picture from here with the stock fully extended. So this is about the orientation I would have it at. Wasn't hitting the thing. I handed it to Harry. I said, Harry, take a shot. Tell me what you think. He was just about to pull the trigger when I noticed the scope was sitting right there. And I thought to myself, well, on a scale of 1 to bad, that's bad. So what had happened was the bolts here had come loose. So there's your zero problem as far as I can see. When shooting this and everything is tight, and I first sighted this in, I probably shot 45 rounds. I had zero problems. I had zero problems. No shot repeatability problems. It was pretty consistent. But over time, as you can tell, it's come loose. So, I'm going to do the same thing I do as if I was working on my car or another gun that I've dealt with in the past, M61A1. I'm going to use some Loctite. So, there you go. If you're wondering what I'm using, maybe I can zoom in there. Or not. But anyway, I'm going to put some thread lock on it. So, I'll go put some thread lock on these. And I'm going to put some thread lock on these. And then, I'm going to try to zero it, get it zeroed in. Shoot it for a week or two, and then see where I stand. Overall, it's a really nice scope. It's really rugged. I like the fact that the adjustments are click and does not have a cap. The green and red illumination is here. Intensity, depending on which way you turn it and how far you turn it. Nice. I don't have a problem with the crosshairs. You know, I've heard some people say they under 25 yards they're a little fuzzy. Well, I'm not using a scope at 25 yards. I'm using a holographic sight. I have the M&P 15 here. It comes with a Picatinny accessory. So I've mounted that up here. I've moved my laser there so that while I'm gripping the weapon, if I want the laser on, it's a matter of pushing the button with my thumb, moving my thumb, pushing the button. Laser seems pretty solid, doesn't move on me. I haven't noticed it really moving on me. Again, if your adjustment screws are moving, maybe some thread lock is in order there too. But so far I haven't had any problems, haven't had any problems with the holographic sight. Seems to do real well. Only problem is these 4 bolts. These 4 bolts. If we can get that resolved, this would be an excellent deal. Excellent deal. $119, 120, almost 9 after taxes. And I like it. It's a pretty good scope. It just needs to hold still. Because if it doesn't hold still, it's a paperweight. But look for an update a little later when I get the bolts tightened down with some thread lock and I get some shots in. All right, I'm outside. That's the moon. A lot of the reviews that I've saw on this scope complains about the laser not being any good. So, I'm out in the driveway of my house. I'm in about a 10-acre field. So the woods down there, the tree line is probably 150 yards, 200 yards at the furthest away. So we'll show you the laser. All right. I'm sitting, the phone right now is actually sitting on the laser. Here, I'll show you. Let me see if I can turn on the flashlight here. Yeah. This is the laser right here. Right here's my laser. That's the dot for it. So we'll turn this light back off. We'll keep the phone right here by the laser. Okay. This is the laser. Right now, it's on the wheel of my tractor. That's probably 20 to about 25 yards away. Now, you see where it gets a little bright right there? I have a target set up down there. That is 70 yards away. So, 70 yards away, you can see that. That's that laser. There you go. There's the laser. You can see the beam there. So now, that's about as far away from right here that I can shine it. That is about probably 150 yards, maybe a tad more. And that laser is just as solid as it can be all the way down. So, I don't know who's complaining about the laser or what laser they got compared to the laser I received, but I don't have a problem with it. There, right up into the trees right there. It's on the van right here. There's a van right there. Basketball goal. Another tree. We shine it at the moon, but you probably can't see it up there. Anyway. Nice, bright, nice solid dot. It's a green laser. I'll bring it in. Here. I'm going to walk it in. Right there's on my target. 70 yards away. Walk it in right here. Walk it in. It's really close, 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 close. 10 feet away. That's right up on the concrete. Very, very bright laser. This is one of the brightest lasers I've personally ever owned. Anyway, that's where I stand on the laser. Excellent laser. All right. Got it tightened down. I got thread lock on it. You can see I use the red thread lock, high temp thread lock. Let me read my bottle to you here. I got Pro Seal high strength thread lock. So high strength, grade for locking and seating metal fasteners up to 1 inch in diameter. Locks, nuts, bolts, blah, 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 blah. Shake well before each use. There you go. High strength, red thread lock by Pro Seal. Shake it before you use it. Yeah, baby, shake it before you use it. Woo! Anyway, I hope you could see the dot on the laser when I had it aimed out there. Pretty good distance. Looks a little white dot, but I'm telling you in person, it's bright and doesn't look much different 150 yards away from you as it does 40 yards away from you. So anyway, got it on there. We're going to give you an update. Probably 2 weeks. Anyway, smash that like button. Hit subscribe. Every bit helps. All right, guys. MMP 15 with Pinty scope right off of Amazon. The one advertised for $119. I'll may put an image in here with the scope so you guys can see what I'm talking about, and I may put a link in there if I can still find it, if Amazon still has the offer up. All right, guys. Let you know later.